What's going on, guys? Hudi here with Level Up Gaming, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at another VOD review submitted by Firejuice. You see in the Twitch chat down below. If you are interested in submitting your own VOD reviews, you can do that in the Level Up Gaming Discord. The link to that is in the description down below. Or if you just want to come watch some of these VOD reviews live, I do them on Mondays and Thursdays on my Twitch streams, and the link to that is in the description down below as well. We're going to be taking a look at some Phoenix gameplay here on Bind. Should be pretty interesting, but let's get straight to it. All right, we're going for the fast entry here. I like it. Unfortunately, you get blinded by the sky. So the idea here is really well executed, okay, from yourself. But you need to slow it down for just a second and make sure that your teammates are prepped for this and you guys have as much information as you can have. The problem with jumping out of hookah, especially if you're going to go far left without any smokes, is you're going to get caught out by people playing in square, especially, you know, or octagon, whatever you want to call it, especially that sky there. I think when you get blinded here, the better thing to do probably would have been to just stay to the left corner and not keep running towards octagon. You might get peeked by someone from elbow, and that's okay. You could potentially get killed from that person in elbow again, but at least you won't die from the guy in octagon, and your teammates could potentially, if they didn't get blinded, trade you for the elbow player, whereas they couldn't really do that with the octagon player. I like that you guys are all pushing together here on a pistol round. Just playing with your team in general like this, when you guys are all on a lesser buy than the enemy, is always going to be the better option. It gives you an opportunity to take the gunfights with 2 or 3 people instead of 1, so that if 2 or 3 classics are firing at you, it doesn't really matter what gun you have. You're still going to die. You can't kill all of them unless you get really lucky. Oof. So you have no information about what's on the other side of this corner. I think just take it a little bit slower. You're very, very quick on it. Your teammate's on the bomb site already. There's a good chance that someone could be hiding here in showers because your teammates are pushing onto the bomb site already. So what I'm going to tell you is, instead of just, after you clear this angle, I'm going to turn and then back up and slowly slice the pie around this corner here, instead of just swinging it super fast. If you swing it super fast, especially since your crosshairs all over the place, mostly because you your crosshairs all over the place, mostly because you are doing a 180 to get it back where it needs to be. And so it's going to be very, very hard to win this gunfight like this, especially when you're at a gun disadvantage like you are. I will say to you, risk assessment. Who is the highest threat to you right now of these 3 agents? And this is something that lower level players struggle with, and it's just because this is really hard to be good at. This is really hard to be good at, especially in the moment on the fly. So don't hate on yourself for this, but just something to think about for the future is risk assessment. Which one of these players is the highest threat to you right now? It's the Viper. The Viper is the only one that can see you. You should be killing the Viper first, especially while she's reloading, and then get the 2 other kills, because both of them need to turn and kill you. I will say that the Viper is the highest risk, the Sky is the second highest, and then the Reyna should be a free kill after you kill those 2. That's the order you should have gone in. That's a skill that's very hard to nail down, especially in the moment on the fly while you're stressed out, while you're actually playing the game. I know, easier said than done, but that is how you should be looking at it. You should go, oh crap, Viper's looking at me and she's reloading. I need to kill Viper first. That's kind of an aim thing. Like, being able to flick to someone's head with your spray is just aim. So that's like a practice. Like, go into the range, just turn on infinite ammo and just start spraying, and get really good at starting spraying at 1 target. And then as soon as you kill the 1 target, when you have a bunch of bots on, flick over to another one and transfer your spray to the next target's head. Get really good at that. That's something you can literally practice in the game. You don't need to go into aim lab or do anything crazy. Turn on all the bots, turn on infinite ammo, start spraying with the Phantom or the Vandal, spray down 1 target, and as soon as that target dies, flick over to another target's head with your spray. Don't stop shooting, just keep spraying. You can work on your spray transfers that way if you want to hit more headshots. So look at where your teammates are at. Okay, you have a teammate in elbow, you have a teammate in hookah, there's a bunch of stuff blocking vision on the bomb site, and you have a teammate over on A. I will say one thing that I think you should have done here is just play this a little bit slower. Try to get some more information. Maybe flash yourself out here before you push through this door. You don't flash yourself out and you show yourself to the Jet. She knows exactly where you're at. So she's gonna spray you down through the smoke, especially once you start shooting back at her. And yeah, I think you just like, you were so quick to like try and get out there as fast as possible. And I think you just needed to slow down and wait for your team to like really commit to the retake before you just swing out there and try to take any fights. I think a lot of your issues in this game stem from you just trying to go too fast. I know going fast is more fun probably, and it sometimes is the right decision. But just slowing it down when you don't have all the information you could have, or you're totally alone and you've got 3 or 4 teammates alive, that's totally fine. Wait for the enemy to make a mistake. Don't be the one to make a mistake and give the enemy a free kill. So someone might criticize your ult usage here. I am not going to, because the way I look at it is you've got your ult. You might as well use it, especially when you're on the comeback train like this, because you just want to earn it again and use it as many times as possible so that it can have as high of impact as possible. The great thing about the Phoenix ult, whether you realize it or not, it gives you confidence. When you're in your Phoenix ult, you know you're not going to die. So you swing angles confidently and you just take the gunfights. And that's 90% of this game. Your mindset is literally 90% of this game. If you're confident all the time in all of your gunfights and you're never letting yourself get tilted or upset, you're going to be way more successful. You still win the round. You have a wall to cover you. I think it was really well executed. Nice kill on the Heaven guy, and then nice defuse. You guys have the advantage here. She doesn't have the spike down. You don't need to necessarily push her. Yeah. There's not really any... So, like, in this situation here, you guys are in a 2v1, you know where she's at. There's zero reason to push here and risk your life. Just because your Jet has an op and she can't really push with you. So if you do push into this, or you take a fight in an angle that the Jet can't see her, it's not tradable at all. Not to mention, she hasn't planted anything. There's a minute left. You guys just need to play together. If you play together, you're way more likely to win this round than if you were to rush her and try to take 2 1v1 gunfights. And so rushing her and taking this 1v1 just kind of screws your Jet. Hopefully your Jet's able to pull this out. Aim and decision making. Mostly aim. Aim and crosshair placement for the most part. I would say that to go from gold to diamond, or even silver to diamond, the things you need to work on the most are going to be your crosshair placement and your aim. And then followed up closely by decision-making process. Like, what decisions are you making and how are you making them, like, based on like the info that you have and stuff. Once you get to diamond and above, or even like high diamond and above, the biggest thing separating everybody is consistency and decision-making. Most players aren't super consistent. So the most consistent players, the ones that have good aim super consistently, will be the highest ranked players. And then the same goes for decision making. Decision making is huge. If you can consistently make the right decision, the best decision, then you're going to be the highest ranked player. Overall, though, in terms of what you did well, what you didn't do well, some of your entry fragging on attack was good. You pushed in with your team. You made the decision to stay together as a team when you guys had lesser guns. And later rounds, you decided to use your flashes to clear more angles than some of the earlier rounds. Now, things that you were lacking on, sometimes your crosshair placement was insane. It was really good. That I'm thinking directly of that round where you got a 3K pushing out of U-Haul, okay? You killed the first player in U-Haul with great crosshair placement. You killed the Sky with great crosshair placement. Even though you were full blind, and then you use your ultimate to clean up that last kill again with really good crosshair placement. But sometimes you're just aiming a little bit too low, and now a lot of those times nobody ends up pushing you, so it doesn't really matter. But if someone were to just walk around that corner, you want your crosshair to be at their head. So I would say focus a little bit more on making sure that your crosshair is almost always at head level, and spend a little bit of time, like we were talking about before, working on your sprays and your spray transfers. So go into the range and turn all the bots on, pick a Vandal or Phantom up, turn on infinite ammo, and start spraying at one bot, and then flick over and transfer the spray over to their head. Practice doing that over and over and over again. Okay, this will help you with your spray. This will help you with your transfers. It's a win-win. It'll also help you with flicking as well. That's not really the goal of it, but it does help.